Now I'll just give you a bit of a rundown on how this new Red Sea Reef Care range works. So it's a several part system. So you stabilize your aquarium with the foundation range, which comes as a liquid and also as a powder, and then you can go into a coral growth phase using this product here, which is Reef Foundation ABC, which is designed for coral growth. Then you can go up to your colors. So these are the particular trace elements and so forth that bring out various colors within the coral, and you can't color the corals while you're growing the corals. So if you're growing the corals tend to be full of zooxanthellae, which is predominantly brown, so the colors won't come out when you're experiencing maximum growth. Now, so from the beginning, you've got Reef Foundation A, which is basically a calcium supplement, Reef Foundation B, which is a carbonate supplement, a buffer. Then you've got C, which is a magnesium. Now, you'd add these products weekly, one each weekly, or if your level is less than desired, you'd add the corresponding level daily. So this one if your calcium level is low, this one if your carbonate or pH is low, and this one if your magnesium's low. You're also going to run Reef Energy A, which is a food, and Reef Energy B, which is a vitamin and trace element supplement. So right throughout the whole program, you're going to stay on Reef Energy A and B. Now you dose Reef Energy A and B daily if you have a high load of corals. Now if you don't have a high load of corals, you may only choose to dose it weekly or somewhere in between, because if you dose these daily and you don't have a high load of corals to use these nutrients, then you might find you get a little bit too much algae. And it's good to turn the skimmer off for a little while after you introduce these products into the aquarium. So we start with the foundation range for 3 months. You can also use the foundation range to use up your existing calciums and buffers and so forth. But once you're on this in full, you stay on this one for 3 months, including the Reef Energies. Then hopefully your ratios of elements to each other are stable. Then you can go to the Grow. So now you're going to substitute the individual A, B, C, whether it be the powder or liquid that you selected. So the powder is stronger, but it needs to be pre-mixed. So basically if you have a large tank, I'd probably go for the powder. It's worth it because it's more economical, but the liquids are more convenient. So you're then going to substitute the ABC to go for foundation ABC, and this is your growth. This is going to see considerable more growth than you'll see with most other coral programs, but don't expect great colour. The colour of your corals aren't amazing because your corals will typically be full of zooxanthellae, so they'll typically be brown. Once you're happy with the size of the corals, because you've got the growth that you wanted, you can then bank this right down, and then you go to the colours. So this one here, Reef Colour A, is predominantly an iodine, and it brings out pink. This one here is potassium. That B brings out red. Then C brings out green. That's predominantly iron. And then D brings out blue, which is other trace elements. And then you've also got this product here, which is called Coraline Grow. Now Coraline Grow is for bringing out the good coralline algae, but it's important that you don't run Coraline Grow while you're running Foundation B, because you might find that the levels overdose. So if you're testing the water, it's not that important, because you will find that A corresponds to the iron test, which is within the Reef Colors program.